I'm gonna come on up to my chair. And as always, we want to start by really rooting down through our feet. And as we root down through the feet, we're going to firm our low belly. So firming the low belly helps to protect our low back. Little gentle tuck to the tailbone. And we're just going to begin by closing our eyes. And as we close our eyes, just starting to listen to your external world. So the things that are happening outside of you. So whatever's happening outside of you, it might be the sound of something outside of your house, cars driving by. You might have a dog barking in your home or a cat making noises. You might hear the sound of your dishwasher, your washing machine, the fans. Whatever you have in your home, just notice those sounds. And also just notice that you have the ability to follow the sounds wherever they go, taking you out of this moment, or you have the ability to release those sounds and keep you in this moment. So recognizing that there's things outside of our body, outside of our control, and choosing how to react to that. So as we're releasing the external world, starting to bring yourself inside. So listening to what's happening inside yourself. You may notice thoughts moving in and out of your mind. You may notice the rhythm of your heart. If you can't feel the rhythm of your heart or hear the rhythm of your heart, maybe you can feel it. And just knowing that these thoughts in the mind are also ways to pull you out of your moment. They're ways to distract you. And you have the choice to follow those thoughts or to bring yourself back here. So as we go a little bit deeper now, we're going to start to focus directly on the breath, the breathing, how the breath moves in and out through your nose, in and out through your body. And you may notice that the breath is just kind of shallow at first. And the shallow breath maybe you notice the cool air moving in. Feel the breath warm as it comes out. You may notice the gentle tickle of the air moving in your nose. And the gentle tickle as the breath kind of gently pushes over the top of your lip. And now as you come in tune with this breath, maybe you start to deepen into the breath. Maybe you consciously start making that breath a little bit longer, a little bit more full. And then we start that diaphragmatic breath, that deep breath, that 3-part breath. Feeling the belly expand, the ribs open, the chest lift. Exhaling, feeling the chest release, the ribs close, the belly soften. Full breath all the way up. Full breath all the way back down. And as we become more aware of this length of breath, as we become more aware of our body, of the breath, of the sound, of the movement, you might notice that the thoughts have also taken bigger spaces away from each other. So this breath is our key to bringing ourselves a little bit more steady, a little bit more peaceful. The breath helps us concentrate. The breath helps us to be in our moment, in the here, in the now. We're going to gently open the eyes here. Just beginning some movement into the head and the neck. So we're going to take an inhale all the way up the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to gently turn our head to the right. So turning the head to the right, feeling some sensation into the side of the neck and the left side maybe. Just noticing how far are you able to turn your head. So not judging, just noticing that this isn't where you are. As you inhale, bring the head back through center. As you exhale, start to rotate and turn your head to the left. So just turning the other direction. And as we turn in this other direction, again, just noticing how far you've turned here. Is it the same as the other side? Is it a little deeper? Is it a little less shallow? Just kind of recognizing and noticing. Good. Inhale, let's turn the head back through center. Awesome. So we're just kind of facing back through center space. As you inhale here nice and long, exhale, bring the right ear down to the right shoulder. So we're just kind of tipping our head over to the right. So feeling this elongation into the left side of the neck, you might feel it down into your left shoulder. Notice that sensation and be with it. Breathe in. And breathe out. As the sensation starts to either maybe become a little less, maybe you take your left hand and just let it just gently fall down along the side of your body, just gently hanging. Maybe you can just take the bottom of the chair and just kind of grasp the bottom of the chair or the base of the seat and notice that there's more sensation. If it's too much sensation, let go of the hand and just bring it back to the lap. So be with the space, be with what is. So without changing the angle of our neck here, as you inhale, just gently turn the head or turn the face, the nose, the chin upward to the sky. Just go as far as what's right for you. Go slowly so you can feel it and stop where you need to. So again, you might notice the change in sensation just from the changing the angle of the head or the direction that the head is moving. And then as you exhale here, we're going to just start to turn our head downwards. So now we're just keeping, again, the head in the neck in the same orientation. But turning the gaze, the nose, the chin to point downward towards the earth, towards your legs. So again, now you might feel this a little bit more towards the back of the neck. You might feel a little bit into the upper back. Make sure your shoulders are released and down your back and not lifting upward. Breathing into that sensation. Gently turn the head back through center and then inhale, lift the head back up to center. Maybe just roll the left shoulder. Pick the shoulder up and roll it back. Keep the right shoulder steady. Just the left shoulder's moving. Hard to roll, just do one, isn't it? Good, and let's take that circle and bring it into the other direction. So just a little shoulder circle now coming forward. And then gently release. Good. We have the other side of our neck to do, so now we're going to take an inhale as we exhale, left ear to left shoulder, so we're just tipping to the left. Again, just at first noticing the lengthening into the side of the neck, into the scalenes, into the top of the shoulder. That left shoulder is relaxed and released down the back. And also noticing, again, when that sensation starts to dissipate, if you want to add a little more, the right hand rather, can drop down. As it drops down, it might again hold on to the bottom of the chair. It might just hang. It might just stay in your lap. Again, going to what feels right for your neck, for your body, and breathing into that. Where is the sensation and how does it feel? It's starting to change the sensation. So as you inhale, start to turn your face, your chin, your nose, your gaze upward to the sky. Noticing a little bit differently in the front of the neck. Front portion. Again, you might notice this down into the shoulder. If you are, breathe into that. It's okay to feel that. Awesome. Taking an inhale here. And here we go on the exhale. So now we're just going to gently turn the gaze downward towards the earth, towards the flag. The chin, the nose points down to the floor. Changing that sensation to the back side of the neck, maybe to the upper back, the upper shoulder. Noticing this feeling with just that, notice that sensation of there's something there. Not painful, but there's something there. Gently turn the face to face forward and then inhale, lift the head back up so it's right up above our shoulders. And let's just circle the right shoulder now. So just pick the right shoulder up and back. Go ahead and change the direction. So now bring it forward and down. Good. So while we're playing around with these shoulder rolls, let's hold nice and steady. This is just a little brain play. Can you take your right shoulder and roll it forward? Can you take your left shoulder and roll it back at the same time? A little hard, isn't it? And can you reverse the direction? Awesome. So now your right shoulder's going forward, your left shoulder's going back, or vice versa. Good. Good. Ah, this is a little gameplay. Shake it out. That was kind of fun. Good. Now with your nose is your pencil. Your nose is going to draw a circle with the top of your head or with your head. The neck is staying kind of neutral here. I don't want you to tip your head all the way back. I just want you to kind of feel like your nose is drawing a circle. And kind of feel where that sensation is coming from. Does it feel like, for me, it feels like I can just feel like the top of my skull, the bottom of my skull, kind of moving around the top portion of my spine. So the spine's not moving, it's the skull that's moving. It's the skull that's creating that nice sensation of movement. The neck is slightly involved. Not much. Let's take that circle in the other direction. Good. One more. And then let's bring our chin down to our chest. And now we're just going to let our head fall forward. Let the back of our neck just stretch a little bit and open a little bit. Make sure your shoulders stay back. So I don't want your whole body to move forward because that's what it's inclined to do. I want you to try to keep the shoulders back, just the head moving forward. This is usually where we can see if we spill food on our shirt. You can wipe it off. Good. Last one, we're going to inhale, lift the head. As you exhale, bring the hands behind your back. So you might hold on to the back of your chair. You might interlace the fingers and pull your shoulders down your back, and then just turn the gaze up. So want to lengthen into the throat and feel the heart, the chest open wide. Gently release and then come back forward. Ah, nice. Let's inhale here, reach the arms way up overhead and lift the gaze. As you exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. So bringing your heart close to your legs. Bringing the hands on top of your knees. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your head. As you exhale, release to fold. Push down into the feet. Inhale, rise. Arms are going to reach way up overhead. Let the palms touch, and as you exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Interlace your fingers and push your palms down to the floor. From here, inhale, see if you can lift your arms up to the sky. Best that you can. If you need to let go with one hand, you can. As you exhale here, we're going to side bend gently to the right. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Really reach up through the fingers, through the hands. Exhale, hinge at the hips and start to fold forward again. Good, so our heart's coming back down to our thigh. Hands on your knees as you inhale, just start to lift the crown of your head up. The gaze turns up a little bit. As you exhale, release to fold. That's great. Push down through your feet. Inhale, rise. Arms come all the way back up. And again, the palms touch. As you exhale, the hands come to the heart. We interlace the fingers and the palms push down. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Feel that opening. As you exhale, side bend back to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, come back up to center, reach. Exhale, hinge and fold forward like you're swan diving into the ocean. Hands on the knees, inhale again, look up. Exhale, release to fold. Inhale, rise, arms reaching up overhead. This time we're going to go right into a twist. As you exhale, turn open to the right. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your right hand behind your right hip. Inhale for length, look up. Exhale, turn the gaze back to the right shoulder. So the head turning creates the rest of our rotation. The whole spinal column is moving into this rotation to the right. We're breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, start to unwind, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to turn to the left. So as we turn to the left, the right hand comes to the left knee. The left hand is behind the left hip. Again, inhale, press down to lift up nice and tall through the spine. Exhale, start to turn and look over the left shoulder. As you inhale, return back to center, release the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart, and then release them down to the legs. Good, just kind of notice how you feel, how you're doing today. Good. Just because I like to warm up the hips and everything that's involved with the hips, let's go ahead and draw the right knee in towards our chest. What's the right knee? Your my left, your right. You're gonna pull the knee in towards your chest, give it a big hug, a big squeeze. We always like to start here because we want to start to really open up the hips. So start creating those little hip circles that I like so much. That I think I make you do every time we do this class. Good. This is one of of the most, I think, critical movements that we need to keep our hip and our leg able to do. Getting in and out of a car, getting onto a chair, moving around. Take that circle in the other direction, so bringing it in and then out. Good, then hug the knee in. We're gonna cross the right ankle over the left knee out to the side. Deep breath in here as you lengthen. Exhale, start to hinge forward over the right hip and breathe. As you inhale, start to rise. We're going to extend the right leg out, hold it, bring it down to the earth, heel down. Inhale, lift up tall through your spine. Exhale, we're going to hinge and fold over the right leg. So doing things a little backwards. I usually do this first, but we're doing it last this time. So we're starting to stretch into the back of the right leg. You should feel this into the hamstring. You might feel it into the calf. The more you lift your toes up to the ceiling, the more sensation you feel. You might have to keep both hands on your legs to support your body. You might be able to reach down for your toes. Again, that just depends on where your flexibility is today. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. As you inhale, start to rise. Bring the right foot back to the earth, foot on the floor. We're gonna go right to the other side. So go ahead and lift up the left knee. Give your leg a big hug, a big squeeze, like you're pulling it into your chest the best that you can. And we're gonna start those hip circles. Opening it up out to the side and coming back in and around. We're going to take that circle in the opposite direction. Again, we're just creating that hip mobility here. Good, and then hug the knee into the chest. We're going to take the left ankle over the right knee. Going into the hip stretch now, so taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, we fold forward or just push down into the fleshy part of the left leg. Feeling that nice stretch into the left hip, the left glutes, piriformis opens. Probably have mentioned it before, but these types of movements, this type of stretch, if you will, is one of the best things you can do if you're ever having sciatica nerve pain. This allows us to open up the hip and release the piriformis. It's a really nice stretch. Takes the pressure off the sciatica nerve. Good. As you inhale, start to come up if you're folded forward. Extend the left leg out and then bring the heel down to the earth. Inhale again, lift up for length. Exhale, we're going to hold and fold over our left leg. So again, your hands might stay on both legs to support your body, and that's okay if you need to go there. Your hands may reach down to your shin. They may come down to the toes or the foot. Again, you're going to what's right for you. You can even have a strap around that left foot if that's what's better supporting for you. Keep the toes pointing up. Feel that stretch into the back of the leg. Settle into the breath. Settle into the body. As you inhale, slowly start to lift, and let's bring the left foot back right underneath us. Awesome. axial rotation just because I love this one so much. And then we're going to go into some more spinal work. So let's bring our legs open wide today. Today's kind of about the spine, bringing in some mobility into that spine. So legs are going to come open, hands are going to come onto the knees. You're going to start by bringing the chest forward. You're going to roll it over to the right and start to lean back. Come over to the left and come forward. Good. So we're just kind of making, it feels like we're making circular motions over our hips. I'm just kind of moving the body in a big circular motion. Sometimes I get my shoulders involved here. It's okay to do that. This is really nice for the spine. Creates all kinds of mobility. If you're too close to the back of the chair, you probably won't be able to lean back very far. When you lean back, notice your core muscles, your abdominals kicking in, saying hello. Good. One more big circle. And let's take that circle in the other direction. So now we're going to move over to the left and then back. So just reversing the direction we go from, which was it? I don't know. I always forget counterclockwise, whatever it is. Good. A couple more rotations here. And then hold yourself steady and just slowly bring yourself upright. Beautiful. All right, chair lunges today. We're going to rotate to the right side. So I'm going to turn to the right side of my chair. The right leg is going to be resting on the chair. I'm going to move my stuff out of the way. Here we go. And again, depending on your stature, might depend on whether or not you have a block underneath your foot. If you can't reach the floor, I suggest putting something underneath your foot so that your right foot feels like it's stable on the floor. The left knee is going to point straight down to the floor. If you need a block to support your body and support your balance, put a block underneath that left knee. If it's available to you, you can reach the left leg back. When you reach the left leg back, it lengthens the hip flexors a little bit, gives us a little bit more stretch, but that might not be available to you. If it's not, it's okay. The knee is bent. Good. Right hand on the chair as you inhale, reach the left hand up to the sky. Lift the gaze. Feel the lengthening into that side body. If it's right for you, the right hand can reach up as well if you're feeling balanced here. Turn the gaze up to the fingertips if you can. If that bothers you, just look straight forward. Taking an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the heart forward, reach the fingertips back. So lengthen the spine. Pull the crown of the head like you're trying to reach over the toes. You might feel your right leg kick in and kind of support you a little bit more. The hip might be more involved. And then inhale, slowly come back up, reach up. Good. As you exhale, bring the right hand back down to your seat or holding on to the back of the chair. Inhale, lift the left hand up to the sky, really reach up tall. As you exhale, side bend to the left. I'm sorry, to your right. Side bend to your right, creating an opening into the left side body. So you're kind of bending towards the back of the chair. Now you might feel that really deeply into the front of your left hip flexors, not just into your lateral sideline, the side of the body. This all look fantastic. Good. Inhale, start to lift back up to center, both arms reaching up. As you exhale, we're going to turn to the back of the chair. So you're going to just twist your body to the right. Hold on to the chair if you need that support. You can also open up the arms to a T. For some of us, you might be able to bring your left elbow to your right knee and stack your hands and then look over the shoulder. This is just another variation of that pose. And you guys are great. Good. So the important thing is that we're rotating into the spine. We're looking back behind us. No matter where you're at, as you inhale, start to lift up and rise and unwind. And let's bring the feet back to center. Woo. Good, check out the legs if you need to. We're gonna roll to the other side. Yeah, baby. Good. So I'm bringing my block with me. I'm gonna turn to the left side of the chair now. So as I turn to the left side of the chair, my left leg is supported. My right knee is gonna point down. Again, blocks wherever you need them under your body to support you. In this particular chair, like I say, I can't reach the floor very well. So I make sure I have a block underneath my foot. And I might have a block underneath that right leg if I need that. If I can, I might take that right leg and stretch it back behind me, depending on my flexibility today, right? Good. From here, inhale, lift the right hand up to the sky. If you can, the left hand can reach up to the sky. Maybe the gaze turns up. Good. Exhale, here's our hinge forward. So hinge at the hip, come forward. The heart's moving forward. The fingertips are reaching back. The shoulders are down the back. Imagine there's a string right at the top of the head and it's pulling it over the left toe. So you're really reaching forward while everything else is pulling back. Beautiful. You guys look awesome. Good. As you inhale, we're going to slowly start to rise. Arms are going to reach up, but then I'm going to take the left hand and bring it down on my chair next to my left hip, or maybe holding on to my back of my chair. Inhale for length through that right hand, right side. Exhale, side bend to the left. Now we're reaching our hand to the left side, to the back of the chair, creating this long line opening into the right side, maybe all the way down into our hips, hip flexors, front of the leg. Breathing into that space. Always knowing that your hand can always stay on the hip depending on your shoulder as well, right? I have to always tell that, say that. Good. As you inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, we're going to go into a rotation again. So we're going to inhale, exhale, we're going to turn to the back of the chair. Your arms can open to a T. Your hands can hold onto the back of the chair. You can also take your right elbow, cross it over the left knee, stack the hands, and then turn and look over your back shoulder. So again, there's a lot of different ways to take this variation of this twist. You're just going to whatever might feel best for you and for your body today. Wherever you're at in your twist, slowly inhale and unwind. Go ahead and bring the feet back to face forward. Woo. A little bit of movement into those legs. We're going to come back to that wide-legged stance when you're ready. Take your time getting there. So when I come to my wide-legged stance, my legs are going to come out wide. My toes are going to point out to the side. I want to engage my low belly, so firm that low belly, and maybe feel that your tailbone's just gently tucking under. It's kind of scooping underneath your hips. So we kind of feel like we're really activated here. Lift the arms up. Elbows are shoulder height. Fingertips are pointing up to the sky. They can face out or in. I never really, doesn't bother me, whichever way is more comfortable for you. And then see if you can pull your shoulder blades back together at the same time, letting them release down the back. So we're in goddess pose here. Press down through the feet, engage the body, engage the legs. As you exhale, side bend to the right. Try to bring the elbow as close to the leg as you can. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Again, trying to bring your left elbow to the left thigh if you can. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend back to the right. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend to the left. We have one more. Inhale, come up. This feels so great for the obliques. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the arms and just let the feet come back together. Woo. Wiggle out if you need to. Yeah. Awesome. All right, a little bit of balance today. So come on up to standing. Come on up to standing. We love to stand, don't we? We love to balance. Balance is awesome. All right, so we're going to take a little pose today called dancer pose. Dancer can be a kind of a hard pose. So I'm going to give you some variations here. One of the variations is to use a strap. If you have a strap, you can use the strap. You want to use the strap if you cannot reach for your foot. See how I have my left hand on my left foot right now? It's kind of holding onto my foot or my shin. Some people, I say, just hold on to your pant leg if you can reach your pant leg. If you can't do any of those things, well, you know what? Like I said, we have a strap. We can put our foot into the strap and then pick it up that way. Another variation is that you have the chair. Always have that chair available. Standing to the side of the chair, and you're just going to bring the leg up on the chair. That's another way to get there, right? Just another way to find this pose. So those are all of your variations. I know I went through them really fast, but we're going to go through them a little bit slower right now and let everybody find where they need to be. So we're going to start by balancing on the left leg. We're going to work the right leg first, lifting it up. So if you need to put your leg on the chair, you're going to bring your chair facing you so that you can prop your right leg up on the side. Your left leg's going to be on the floor. If you need the chair for balance, left hand is on the chair, right hand's going to reach back. If you need the strap is in the left hand. Root down through your feet, point the toes forward, belly is in, shoulders are down the back. Start to shift the weight into the left leg and start to bend the right leg behind you. So you're bending the right knee. Again, if you have a strap, you're holding onto the strap here. If you're putting your leg up on the chair, put the right leg up on your chair now. If you have the ability and you can reach back for your right foot, reach back for the right foot, the right shin. Maybe you got your pant leg or your shoe. Now here's the fun part. We want to be active. I don't want my knee to point out to the side. I want to pull my knee in so that my thighs kind of touch. And then I want to take my right hip and just gently push it a little forward. Now, if I'm balanced, I might inhale, lift my left hand up to the sky, not your left leg, that'd be hard. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Good. Exhale. Let's release our left hand back to the chair if it's up, or the hip. Release the right foot, bring it forward, and then back down. Ah, that was pretty good, you guys. Good job. Awesome. We're gonna go ahead and try the other side. So again, if you're using the chair to support your leg, you're now moving over to the right side of the chair so your left leg can be up on the chair, your right leg's on the floor. Otherwise, the chair's on the right side to help support balance. Right hand might be on the wall. Belly in, right? Gaze is out. If you're able to, bend the left leg. Strap on the left foot if you need that, or maybe your left hand reaches back for that left foot, ankle or shin, pant leg or shoe. Good. Now feel your body. Is your knee pointing out or forward? Try to pull it in line with your hip. Draw your inner thighs closer together. Take your left hip, gently push it forward. So it's a little glute squeeze in the left butt cheek. Good. If you're steady, inhale the right hand up. Good. Exhale, bring the hand down. Release the foot and then bring it to the floor. Awesome. Good job, you guys. Ooh, I know dancer's a hard one, but it's always one that we always want to perfect because, we think we should be able to do that. Awesome. All right. From here, we're going to go into our final stretches, into our closing postures. So if you'd like, you can come down onto the chair. You can come back to seated on the floor. If that feels more comfortable for you, if you'd rather be on the floor for your final stretches, go ahead and come down onto the floor. If you want to stay in the chair, just sit in the chair. The cues are the same. It just looks a little differently whether you're on the floor or up on the chair, right? So starting with the legs straight out in front of us. We kind of gently pull the flesh away from our sits bones. I want to inhale, lift up nice and tall through the spine, shoulders back, arms can reach up. As I exhale, I'm going to hinge at the hips and start to draw forward. So imagine there's a string right on the breastbone, on the chest bone. It's pulling you forward. That's what's leading you, not your head. Your head's coming last. Head comes behind the heart. Maybe there's a strap around your feet because that feels better for your fold today. If you're in the chair, maybe your hands are resting on your legs as your heart moves forward. Breathing in, breathing out. You should feel this into the back of your legs, maybe even up into your low back. If you have the hinge correctly, you might feel this in your low back. Beautiful. If your hands are lifted, just let them gently fall wherever they reach. And let yourself kind of relax into this pose. Good. As you inhale, slowly lift up. Good. Good. From here, I'm going to take my right knee into the chest. I'm going to let the right knee gently fall out to the side. My right foot's resting up against the left leg. Here, if I'm on the floor and I feel like my knee cannot relax, my leg cannot relax, I'm going to take a block or a pillow or something, drop it right underneath the leg to support that. Good. With the left leg forward, inhale, lift up again for length. Maybe the arms reach up. As you exhale again, lead with the heart. Come forward, let the head come down last. As you hinge forward at the hip. Once you found your space, release the hands. Let them rest on the leg or the floor or the foot. Maybe a strap. Good. Good. As you inhale, slowly come on up. Bringing your left knee, sorry. No, your right knee. Bringing your right knee up to the sky. Right foot's on the floor. Forgot what leg I'm working on. Good. We're going to go into a seated rotation. So this feels a little different. Inhale, lift up the right arm. As you exhale, the right hand comes behind the back. Left arm is going to wrap around the right knee. If I'm in the chair, my left hand might just come onto the side of my leg. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, rotate and turn and look over the right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you inhale, unwind, face forward. We're going to switch sides. So the right leg's going to straighten. The left leg's going to pull in. The left leg's going to drop out to the side. Again, I might support that leg with a strap or with a block rather, or cushion. Good. Inhale, lift up for length. Arms can reach. Exhale, hinge and fold over the right leg. Again, the chest comes forward. The head comes down behind the heart. Good. Good. As you inhale, start to rise, come back up. Let's bring the left foot to the floor. The knee is lifted. We're going to hold on to the leg with the right hand. Inhale, the left hand reaches. Exhale, the left hand sets right behind the hip. Let your arms support your back. Right arm's going to hug the left knee, or the hand's going to cross over and just hold on to the leg. Inhale for length. Exhale, turn and look over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, start to unwind, face forward. Hug your knees into the chest. Now, if you are on the floor, if you're laying and you're sitting on the floor, go ahead and roll back onto your back. If you're in the chair, bring your hips to the edge of the seat. Let your shoulders roll back onto the chair. Good. Good. So we're starting by hugging the knees into the chest. So if you're sitting in the chair, you might pull one knee in, breathe into it for a couple breaths, and then switch to the other leg. If you're on the earth, if you're laying on the floor, both knees will come in. We're just going to kind of rock into our sacral a little bit. It's a little sacral rock, so I'm just gently moving into the spine. And then everybody's going to bring their feet down to the floor. I'd like the feet and the knees to be hip width distance apart. Make sure that your feet are flat to the floor, no matter if you're in the chair or laying down. Draw your low belly in and feel your tailbone tuck. If you're on the floor, you should feel your low back press down to the floor. We're keeping the pelvis nice and steady as we lift. Take an inhale here, press down through the feet, lift the hips up off the floor, come onto the shoulder points and the feet equally. If you're in the chair, your knees are going slightly forward first, and then the hips lift up so that we're not going to push back into our chair. If you're not lifting the hips off the chair, it's okay. Just try to roll the hips under and go into this position without lifting. Good. As you exhale, gently lower the hips down and release. Good. If you're on the chair, go ahead and bring yourself up nice and tall. Walk your feet over to the right side of the chair. Take an inhale. As you exhale, turn to the right, hold on to the chair. If you're on the floor, the knees will pull in. Arms are going to open to a T. Gently lower the knees to the left. Turn your gaze over to the right. Perfect. Good. From here, if you're on the chair, inhale, come back to center, face forward. Exhale, walk your knees over to the left side of the chair, turn to the back of the chair. If you're on the earth, pull your knees back to center. As you exhale, the knees will lower to the right. You'll turn your head to the left. Good. So everybody should be in some kind of rotation here, either a seated rotation in the chair to the left, or supine, you're laying on your back into a spinal twist with the legs to the right, the head turning to the left. Good. Good. As you inhale, come back through center space. And kind of hugging your knees in one more time. And we're going to kind of let ourselves drop down into our Shavasana. So whatever that might look like for you today. So if you're on the chair, you might just be settling back into the chair like you're going to take a little nap in your lazy boy. Legs might be long, legs might be underneath you. If you're on the earth, your soles of the feet might be together, knees out to the side. Your feet might be on the floor, taking the pressure out of your low back. Maybe your legs are straight. Maybe you need to kind of rock the head a little bit, finding that right space for your head to release and relax. From here, take a big, long, full breath in through your nose. Maybe a gentle pause at the top of the breath. And then as you exhale, let it go out through the mouth with a sigh. Take rest. Good. Just a few more moments to relax, to let go, to release, to be at ease. If you're not softening here in the breath, make sure you just take another slight soft breath and another soft release. Start to bring some awareness back into your breath. Bring the awareness back to your body. Maybe some gentle movements into the fingers, into the toes, maybe into the wrists and the ankles. Maybe your head gently moving from side to side. Bring your legs together, reach your arms up overhead, take a big, long, full body stretch, taking one last full deep breath in. And exhale, let it go, big sigh. So we're going to gently bring ourselves up to seated. So we want to be slow, easy, and cautious, especially if you're on the floor. Roll over onto the side, maybe gently press up, or maybe just that little gentle rock onto the spine to lift yourself up. Come back to seated, wherever seated means for you, in the chair or on the floor. Bring your thumbs to the heart. Close your eyes. Just be here for a moment and just notice how you feel. Notice your space. Notice your quiet mind. Notice the spine. Notice the breath. We'll end today with the Loka Samasta. Begins like this. It says, Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings be happy and free, and may we be together in peace. Namaste.